Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to graph a two-variable inequality. So right here, I have the inequality 2x minus 5y is greater than or equal to 20. And the first step is to simply just treat this inequality as 2x minus 5y is equal to 20. So we're going to simply just start by graphing 2x minus 5y is equal to 20. And what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change this into slope-intercept form, which is in the form y is equal to mx plus b to make this easier to graph. So I'm going to add 5y on both sides. And I'm going to subtract 20 on both sides. So now I have 2x minus 20 is equal to 5y. Now we want to isolate y, so I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So now I have 2 over 5x minus 20 divided by 5 is 4 is equal to, these two cancel out, so I simply just have y on our right hand side. So now we have a simple equation in slope-intercept form to graph. So let's go ahead and graph this. So we first start at our y-intercept. So I go down by 4, and I put a point over here. Now our slope here is 2 over 5. So I'm going to start by going up to 1, 2, and to the right by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our next point. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go up to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our next point. And now let's go down 2 and to the left by 5. So down to 1, 2, to the left by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our point's going to be over here. And let's do it one more time. Down 2, 2, and to the left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our point's going to be here. And now let's go ahead and connect the dots. Oop, I'm going to fix that line. So our line would look something like this. Okay, so now that we've graphed our line, now what are we going to do about this inequality here? So, well, first of all, depending on whether the inequality is greater than or equal to, or simply just greater than, our line is going to be different. So if an inequality is greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, then this line over here is going to be shaded, or sorry, it's going to be straight. It's not going to be a non-dotted line. And if our inequality is greater than or less than, then this means that our line is going to be dotted. So in this case, if this wasn't a greater than or equal to, and if this was simply just a greater than, then this line wouldn't be non-dotted line, this line would be dotted, like something like this. And one more thing about inequalities is that we have to actually shade one of these sides. So notice how we have this side of the graph and we have this side of the graph. So we have to shade one side of the graph depending on which, if we plug in a value or a point in this inequality, if it's true, then that side would be shaded. So for example, I'm going to plug in the origin 0, 0. And if that ends up being true to this equation, then that means that this side will be shaded. And if it's false, then that means this side will be shaded. And the shaded side means that all the values of that side are true to this inequality. So let's go ahead and plug in the origin into this inequality. And you don't have to do the origin. You can do any point, but it's simpler to do 0, 0. So if I plug in 0, 0, I get 0 minus 0 is less than or equal to 20. Or sorry, greater than or equal to 20. 0 minus 0 is 0. So I have 0 is greater than or equal to 20. And this is false, meaning this side is actually going to be shaded, not the side with 0, 0. So this is how you graph 2x minus 5y is greater than or equal to 20.